there's no doubt there's a shift in the economics of the world. I mean, the economic powerhouses in the world are shifting, definitely going east and southeast. And these are relatively markets where we haven't done business in before. So number one list, I think, for a company that wants to international business as a challenge would be who do I start talking to, and is that company or person reliable? Can I trust that company or person with my business? How do I get to know that? So that is where we come in and help. Ultimately, international business is about who you know and who you can manage to get access to. And we try as much as possible as one of our functions to facilitate those one-to-one meetings and shorten the time until you get to meet the right person. We have an outreach program, and we speak to companies on a regular basis. So we have a feel of where companies want to go. It's not always possible to go to the places where they want to go, either because it's too dangerous or at the moment it's not feasible to go there. Now it's up to us to identify whether one market is better than the other. We have the right tools in order to do some desk research and to analyze whether that market could be potentially more lucrative for Malta-based businesses or not. There's always an element of risk. So we whenever we're going to a new market, we always project these visits as exploratory business missions. But it gives the opportunity to companies to join a government and chamber-led delegation into a new market, and we handhold them up to a certain extent, and they will get the opportunity and say, okay, this is a market where I can do business, or this is a market which is not right for me. We feel that there are a lot of opportunities in niche markets and in new and emerging markets, and that we should target those specifically and helping specific companies going to those markets, because either there isn't much competition there and they can carve their own space, hence India, Ghana, Sub-Saharan Africa, Southeast Asia, because we still feel there's space for us. Places like Ghana, I mean, tick the box for English-speaking country and surrounded by French-speaking. For us, it was almost a no-brainer. Stability is important, and the country's stability is important. Growing population is also interesting for us, and income relative GDP per capita is also interesting for us. We've opened our first High Commission in Ghana this year. We have a non-designated ambassador to Ethiopia and the African Union, and we have a non-resident ambassador to South Africa. So all this happened in a very short time frame. So I think that also sends a political message that we're interested in looking in these regions of the world, because we feel there's an opportunity, and I don't think we're the only ones. We can no longer ignore Africa, and I think from a South EU perspective, the immigration issue has been high on the agenda, and we have always said that if only trade can possibly help these countries generate more jobs and keep people on the ground, because there are opportunities in their country. We believe that if there are the right opportunities, Malta-based companies will invest in those markets, will create jobs, so on and so forth. So we believe that there are opportunities there. Southeast Asia is fastly becoming, one of the largest economic zones in the world. I mean, this is not something that I'm saying. I mean, you would open any business magazine and the focus is around China, Vietnam, and the rest of Southeast Asia. We cannot obviously ignore these markets. We have a trump card in our sleeve. I mean, we are the first country to legislate on blockchain and this distributed ledger technology. That has attracted a lot of attention in these markets where technology is big, and we've seen a lot of interest from the local players to take that forward.